Hi guys, this is Lynn. I am excited to work today with a Prickly Pear stamp set called Christmas Trees Set 2. And I'm going to do something very simple today, very fun, and I hope very timely. It may seem a little soon, but hey, let's see what we come up with. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut the tree. This set has 6 stamps in it, so I'm going to stamp 6 of them from a pretty thick piece of cardstock. I think it's probably 110 pounds. I'm going to use a piece of just plain copy paper that I folded in half to put under it, and that is because my cutting plates are really gross and dirty, and I don't want to have imprints on the back when I cut them out. So this will kind of give it a little bit of a protection. So I'm just going to kind of start at the end here. And cut out. I'm going to do this in real time too, so you can see how easy this is going to be. Hopefully, I know my hands are going to be really in the way, but I'm going to try to be. One thing I'm going to say is this, based on have already practiced a couple of times. Leave this in place, because as it cut the top layer, it's also cut the bottom layer, and it can kind of shift a little bit on you if you start trying to pull them out as you go. So I'm just going to leave that one in. I'm going to place the next one. I'm just going to turn it upside down so that I can fit more on. I'm going to cut this one. And I'm going to do that 4 more times so that I have 6 of them. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to keep turning them different ways so that they can take up less space. I have taken that, my main piece of cardstock is 1 sheet of paper cut in half, so it is 5.5 by 8.5. Is that right? 5.5 by 8.5. All right, so I've now cut 6 trees with the die out of 1 sheet of paper. I'll put my die cut to the side, and I'll pull out my trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side, and now I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to keep my negative and my 6 trees, and I'm not going to say I have and I'm not going to say I haven't, but there may be more trees to the side. I'm going to pull out my Misty tool at this point. If you don't have one of these, you don't necessarily need it. You can take your you can take your paper and use this as a guide. Similar, I'm just going to use this so that I can be a little bit more strategic about it. I'm going to take this and place it in my Misty. Oh, actually, I am going to take another piece of just plain copy paper, fold it in half. So I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put this in here really well. And I'm going to take each of these 6 stamps and I'm going to line them up inside these holes that I have left. And you can see, like, this one's a little off. There's nothing precious or perfect about this. Just cut them out of and it's a thicker piece of cardstock because I'm actually going to save it for later and I can reuse it. All right, so at this point I want to just line these up, and they're a little bit smaller. The stamps are a little bit smaller than the hole that I have stamped. So I'm going to try to center them a little bit. I'm going to just grab an ink. Any ink is fine at this point because I'm just trying to make sure I have everything lined up well. Just going to stamp them all. It doesn't even have to really be super thick. I just want to see the impression just to make sure that there aren't I do want to have a good impression of the outline. This one is not wanting to cooperate with me. There we go. So that I can see, and you can see now, for some reason, this one stamped here. This one looks like it's stamped fairly good. This one looks like it's stamped pretty good. This one stamped pretty good. This one is a little to the side. I want it to be pretty centered. So I'm just gonna go back in and work on that a little bit. And it could have been that this underneath card shifted a bit. I thought I had another magnet sitting here, but probably one of those things that I will find in just a minute when I don't need it. So maybe I'll just grab a piece of washi tape and just gonna stick it down just to kind of keep it in place here. This one off and recenter it. That one looks Again, this is all just kind of on this piece of scrap paper. Just gonna grab another color, just once I get this part right here is the hardest part of it, because right now I'm just trying to set up my system. Okay. I don't know what is going on with this one. For some reason it's not centering very well. It'll probably be easier for you as well, because you'll be able to put your head right over the top of this, and you will not have any issues because you'll be able to see it. Okay. Try one more time with this one, and then we're just gonna go with it. For some reason it's wanting to. Push to that side a little bit, but it's all good. Okay, so at this point, I am gonna call that good. I'm gonna wipe off all of my images, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what we're doing. Actually, I think I'm going to pull this sheet out from under. I'll move the tape so that I can use it more as a hinge instead of a lock-in. I'm just gonna flip it over just so that it'll be a clean slate. I don't really need any slate at this point, with the exception of the tags that I'm gonna pull in, but let's see what happens. Okay. These are good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is pull my 6 cutouts back in, and I'm going to insert them back into the hole that I pulled them out of when I did the cut. And they're gonna pop in place similar to, you know, a little puzzle piece. It doesn't matter what this outside piece looks like at this point. This is your template. All right. Okay. You are not seeing things. This is actually another day. I got called away and had to pick this up today instead. So just to finish it, I got a little bowl. I have just taken one sheet of cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and cut out as many as I could. I think I got almost 30 trees. That means that I can have a lot of fun with this without having any worries if I mess them up. I can just play around with it and find what works best for me. I am going to try some Versa Fine Clair inks today. I find they are really crisp colors. And these are pretty detailed images. So I'm hoping this is gonna look really good. Put these to the side. I'm gonna give it some nice firm pressure. Details like this, sometimes you'll find little spots that take better than others, so as long as you are aware of where those are, then you can go back in. One of the reasons I love having a Misty type tool, any tool is fine, however, doing these one at a time would probably be just as easy, just take a little longer. Okay. Move my magnets. I'm gonna move up my hinge. Remember that we did that. I will say these look darker red than I think that they are. I had tested out black ink just to see what it looked like. So I think I'll reload it and try that red again. One thing about the Misty that I will say, that as long as you leverage these corners and these edges and push them back like they were, it shouldn't matter that that just came loose, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, this is really just for fun right now. And I'm hoping that once I finish stamping all of these, I'll have a bowl full of tags. When I do my Christmas gifts, I can reach in and grab them as I go. Just like you would when you buy those packages of them. But these are so much better. Okay. You guys get the picture. This could go on and on forever. For fun, I am going to do and once I'm finished, if I feel like I might want more of these later and I don't have anything else planned for my Misty, I'll just leave it set up on my Misty until I do something else. So, let me clean these off really good. So that's with ink. Oh, how about we try them with some Versamark. Now this is a little, you know, stickier than your ink, so yes, that's what I was afraid of. I wasn't, you guys Don't do what I do, but you want to clean them off really, really good, or else the Versamark is going to pick up whatever color was on your image, which is really fine for this one because then you guys can see that the Versamark is pretty well on there. And I'm going to use a colored embossing powder, so it really should not matter. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this little sheet of paper, just grab this up. This little sticky mat underneath this is super sticky. God, we're gonna just try this one because I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out with all the touching and you guys are getting it real life here. Okay, bring in my embossing tool. I'm going to go to the side just to do that. I like to hold it for a second, let it heat up a little bit. These are super small, so you got those tweezers, bring them out. I don't know where mine are, so I'm gonna grab this little tool right here and we'll hold it down. Yeah, these are going to be beautiful embossed. Let's try another one. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do them all, but you get the you get the point. Actually, I'll just put this to the side, or we're going to come back to this. What started this? Do I want to put a metallic one on it? I think I kind of want to put a red one on it. Maybe I'll make some green ones. I don't know. But I do know that I can now go into the back, put who it's to and from, and attach this to my gift, and I'm ready. I love it. These are super fun, super easy, and you know, just another way to take advantage of these stamps, your die. It's gonna make an awesome card, but it doesn't have to just be for cards. So enjoy it, have fun, and you know, think outside the box a little bit. I hope you had fun. Thank you. Bye.